let's generate some community during isolation, all right? All of us are sitting at home, we're isolated, it's difficult. We can create a sense of community. So I've created this isolation challenge, all right? We're gonna get in the best possible shape of our lives, and we're gonna do it in a couple of weeks. And we're gonna do it all while still bolstering our immune system. So I've written out a diet plan, and this is what I'm gonna encourage people to follow. Now, I did post another video with a lot more details surrounding this same diet plan, but going into the nitty-gritty of each and every ingredient. I'm gonna move through it here pretty quick for the sake of this video because I just want people to participate. And if you want more of the science, there's a video down in the description that breaks this down more. So here's the whole idea. We're gonna stay positive, we're gonna do this as a community. This is all about minimal food variety and doing it on a serious budget, all right? Right now, there's not a lot of food at grocery stores. So we need to do what we can with shelf-stable goodness, all while making sure we're trying to keep inflammation levels in check and keeping our immune system healthy. I'm gonna do 3 live broadcasts over the next 2 to 2.5 weeks supporting this whole program. It's gonna be coaching broadcasts. I cannot give you definitive dates just yet, simply because everything is up in the air for everybody right now, okay? But what I want you to make sure you do is hit the bell icon that's down by the subscribe button, and then turn on all notifications, not just personalized notifications. And that way it'll ding you when I do go live, because I don't want you to miss those live broadcasts. I've also set up a Facebook group for those that want to join that. I have coaches in that group, but it's also there for banter, and it's there just to kind of, I don't know, complain and moan about what's going on, right? Like we can actually talk and commiserate a little bit, and I'll be in that group doing live broadcasts throughout the day as well. Huge thanks to Fat Snacks for this whole challenge, okay? Just to give you an overview, when I do these kind of challenges, it's not easy to do, and it's helpful to have support from a brand. So Fat Snacks has offered to sponsor this whole challenge. So there's special opportunity for people to get their hands on some Fat Snacks. I'll talk about that below, but they're keto cookies. So they're really, really awesome. They're like the OG keto cookie. Anyhow, huge thank you to Fat Snacks. Talk more about them. What I want you to follow throughout this program, I want you to have apple cider vinegar after whatever meal you can, okay? If you can have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar after each meal, it will help you because it is going to help control that blood sugar, which I promise you will help control cravings, which is what we all need right now. So we're gonna go through breakfast, lunch, dinner, we're gonna talk about the fasting day, and then we're gonna talk about a little workout I want you to follow as well. So breakfast is really simple, okay? We're gonna do coffee or tea with a tablespoon of ghee and a tablespoon of coconut oil and 1 scoop of protein on the side with almond milk, or a scoop of collagen mixed into your coffee, okay? Collagen mixes in coffee. Protein powder like whey protein or anything doesn't really work as well. Again, more details in the other video, but if you just want to follow this directly, here we go. Number 2, chia pudding. These are different options for breakfast, and I've laid it out like this because I know not everyone can get these things, but the chances of you having options or having items within each option is pretty darn high. Okay, so chia pudding, super high soluble fiber, gonna keep you super satiated. 2 to 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, all right? 4 tablespoons of coconut cream, that's coconut milk in the can. Okay, high fat, high calorie stuff here. 1 scoop of protein powder. Again, whey protein, pea protein, collagen protein. Then 3/4 of a cup of almond milk. That's gonna actually be the liquid, then it solidifies. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Trust me, it sounds crazy, but it helps it so that the omega-3s get utilized. You have to take my word for that. There's science to back that up, okay? Put it in the fridge, let it sit for 20 minutes, boom, you've got chia pudding. Great breakfast. Number 3, if you have access to meat, and I will tell you right now, the grocery stores around where I live are limiting ground chicken, they're limiting ground turkey, but they seem to be okay with ground beef. So 3 to 5 ounces of ground beef or ground turkey. Then you're gonna take 1 tablespoon of coconut oil to cook the meat. That is to reduce the heterocyclic amines effect. Just trust me on that. Then we have a 1/2 cup of spinach. I want you to saute that down. I say that because quite honestly, you can get canned spinach, but realistically, most of the grocery stores are doing just A-okay on produce right now. Trust me, I've been checking it out. Smoked salmon as an alternative to the beef, okay? If you want extra protein, you can add smoked salmon. Just make sure it is smoked sockeye salmon, very important. Then 2 hours later, optional snack, Fat Snacks. You can have a Fat Snacks cookie. Okay, so 1 Fat Snacks cookie. Again, I'll put a link down below for Fat Snacks because they are the title sponsor of this entire challenge. And you gotta have a little bit of a treat in terms of this. You gotta stay happy, right? Lunch, here are the options. Number 1, 2 times chomp sticks. I'll also put a link down below so you can get discount on chomps. Those are like grass-fed, grass-finished beef sticks. Then a half to 1 cup of frozen broccoli. Frozen is better. Trust me on this, minerals, vitamins are preserved better. Broth, preferably bone broth, with 1 tablespoon of ghee melted into it. So you're making a higher calorie broth. And then 1 ounce of macadamia nuts either on the side or in the soup. The broccoli goes good in the soup too. You're basically making a beef broccoli soup that actually tastes pretty darn good. Option number 2, 1 can of chunk light tuna, okay? Plain and simple, very, very basic. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, hopefully avocado mayonnaise. If you can't get your hands on it, not the end of the world. Half a cup to 1 cup broccoli once again. An alternative would be Brussels sprouts because it's a higher vitamin C content, 130 milligrams of vitamin C in a 150 gram serving. Epic, epic amounts per overall serving size. Then 1 ounce of macadamia nuts once again, or if you're feeling frisky, you can sub that out for 1 fat snacks once again if you really just need a treat, but I don't recommend you do that every day. Number 3, 1 can of sardines, hopefully in water, but if you have to get it in oil, make sure it's olive oil, not cottonseed or soy oil. If that's the case, throw it away, go for another option. Okay, 1.5 ounces macadamia nuts, 10 to 15 tabs of chlorella. I say chlorella because it's a way to get greens in if you can't get your hands on things. Another thing would be to use like a daily greens, like athletic greens or some other kind of greens powder that you like to use. Optional, takeout. Here's the thing right now. A lot of places are open for takeout, but I'm also noticing a lot of people leaning on that more. They're using it as an excuse to just get takeout right now. This could backfire on a lot of society right now. Restaurants are actually doing okay right now. Quite honestly, their overhead is super low right now because they don't have a lot of staff, but people are still ordering takeout like mad. We should really back down on that. However, optionally, you could do a lettuce wrap burger as an option for takeout and have yourself a little treat. I want you to take your supplements with lunch, okay? 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium. These are my numbers. You need to find your numbers if you want to follow my guidance. This is just my personal preference and what I do. I can't give you specific numbers to follow. 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium. Okay, vitamin D3 you should be taking in my opinion, vitamin C, and then 300 milligrams of coenzyme Q10, all to help with immune function and antioxidant effect in the body. Then we move into dinner really quick. What's important to note, a 1/4 cup of sauerkraut and kimchi with each meal, whichever one you pick, okay? Very important. That's digestive effect, that's probiotic effect on your gut. Remember, 60 to 80% of your immune cells are in your gut. 3 to 5 ounces of meat, once again, I recommend ButcherBox. Parmesan cheese, because it's aged and it's not going to have as an inflammatory of effect. 1 cup of frozen veggies, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of flax, which I know you can get your hands on right now. This is stuff I've vetted out, okay? Option number 2, again, you're making a salad this time if you only have like beef sticks. 2 chomp sticks, chop them up, put them on some salad, do a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and some lemon juice or something like that, along with 2 tablespoons of flax or chia drizzled on the salad. Super simple, but it's an easy salad that you could probably get your hands on the ingredients for. Number 3, 1 can of chicken. So this is like Wild Planet has canned chicken. Try to find a canned chicken that doesn't have modified food starch. But again, a lot of people have this laying around. If it does have food starch, not the end of the world. Still use it in this case. You're gonna make a patty out of this. So a 1/4 cup of almond flour, 3 tablespoons of mayo and spices, and then you're gonna mix it up into patties and press it down, okay? Then you're gonna broil it until it gets a little bit crispy. Then Brussels sprouts on the side once again, probably about a half to a full cup of Brussels sprouts. Pre-bed optional dinner here. This is your treat. You can do either 2 fat snacks, okay? Or you can do 6 ounces of Greek yogurt, okay? 6 ounces of Greek yogurt and you could put a little protein powder in it. Now we're gonna move really quickly into the fasting day, and I'm just gonna touch on this briefly. If you want to do intermittent fasting and enhance your results, you could potentially enhance your immune system even more because you upregulate what's called SIRT3, you upregulate different genetic processes in your body that activate basically the antioxidant effect of your body. So alternate day fasting, so you'd fast every other day, and every other day you'd fast for 20 hours, which means you're gonna, on your non-fasting day, eat normally, just like this. If you do eat carbs, add them to dinner, but otherwise just eat just like this, okay? Then every other day that you do fast, you're gonna fast until 3 to 4 p.m., okay? Then you're gonna break your fast with a shake or chomps or lean meat. No fat when you break your fast, okay? Then 1 to 2 hours later, you're gonna choose one of these lunch options, okay? That's all you're doing. okay? And you're gonna add sauerkraut to it, but you're gonna increase the volume of food by 25%. So what that means is, if you were to normally do, let's just say hypothetically here, 1 can of chunk light tuna, you'd probably do a little more than a can, okay? You do a can and a quarter, or a can and a half. You're increasing everything by 25% simply because you've been fasting most of the day. You need to get your calories in somehow, okay? And that's pretty straightforward. Sauerkraut, like I mentioned. And then pre-bed, give yourself a dessert treat. 4 ounces of yogurt, add some protein to it, and unsweetened yogurt, and add a fat snacks to it. It's like ice cream. If you put the yogurt in the freezer for a little bit and let it get kind of crispy and kind of cool, and then put a fat snacks cookie in it, you feel like you're treating yourself pretty good. You have to have a little bit of variety and a little bit of life in this like crazy ordeal that we're in right now. Then for the workout session, this is what I want you to follow. I'm gonna keep this very abbreviated, but I want you to just at least have something. In a fasted state, no matter what, you have control of your schedule right now, no variables, no social obligations, nothing crazy, right? So you can do this. In a fasted state, I want you to do upper body high intensity interval training. If you can get your hands on a kettlebell or get your hands on some battle ropes, all I need you to do is 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of upper body hit, okay? So you're just gonna do, if you have battle ropes, do some crazy battle rope motions and then rest for a minute and then do some more. If you have kettlebells, do single arm kettlebell swings. Get that upper body movement going, because that puts more of an effect on the cardiovascular system, because it's harder for your heart to pump blood into your arms and your legs because you have more sort of vascular pressure, okay? So that means is your heart has to work harder, your heart rate gets higher. Studies have shown you get more of a heart rate up with upper body hit. So if you're just doing body weight stuff at home, it's a lot easier that way. Then every hour, I want you to make a mental note to do as many reps as possible with push-ups. Just drop. That's what I've been doing, okay? I've been making jokes that everyone's gonna have overdeveloped shoulders and overdeveloped chest because everyone's doing push-ups right now. But every hour, just drop and do as many as you can. There's no excuse not to. And then on your fasting days, feel free to follow the workout that I posted last week. Okay, I posted a full body workout that's just using dumbbells or a kettlebell. Super easy, not the coolest workout in the world, but it's something that you could totally do on your fasting day with minimal equipment. And then I want you to use this time to take 15 minutes to do some foam rolling. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of mobility work this time. If you follow this structure, things will work out. And I do encourage you to check out Fat Snacks. I do encourage you to get them because honestly, A, they're a brand that actually has inventory right now. B, it's a heck of a better sweet treat than a lot of the other options that are out there. And C, they're a big supporter of this whole challenge and I want to give back to them. Plus, they're making it easy for everyone to get them. Okay, right now we have it right at our fingertips to make good choices. Do not let stress get to you. We have got this. So make sure you're joining that Facebook group that's linked down below, okay? It's down below in the description. Make sure you're joining in for the live broadcast and follow this and document. Tag me on Instagram, do this, have some fun with it. We're gonna make it the best challenge ever simply because it's impromptu and it's what we all need right now. So I'll see you at the next live broadcast and make sure you're rocking this.